Did you know Master Chief is a secret space Nazi? Stabtacular. Hi, I'm Stephen Gutowski, host of the show Games and Guns, and I'm here with a new segment called Deep Thoughts. This week we're going to be talking about how everybody's favorite space soldier is nothing more than a futuristic fascist. That's right, as anyone who's played the last Halo 4, might have noticed, our Covenant-crushing friend has a bit of a dark past. Now, the game starts off with an interrogation of Dr. Halsey, the woman who created the Spartans and Master Chief.
Dr. Halsey.
Essentially, the story is that the Spartans were created not to fight the Covenant, not to fight the aliens or the Flood, the sort of zombie creatures that exist in Halo, but instead to fight other human beings, to put down, essentially, insurrections.
You developed the Spartans to crush human rebellion, not to fight the Covenant.
When one human world after another fell, when my Spartans were all that stood between humanity and extinction, nobody was concerned about why they were originally built.
Because it turns out that the UNSC is a one world government, but more than that, a one universe government that controls all human life throughout the universe. And before the war with the Covenant, before the first contact, essentially the UNSC was fighting other human groups. They were fighting separatists, people who wanted to rule themselves or not be a part of the UNSC anymore. And that's what, in the beginning, Master Chief was created to do, is to kill other human beings and enforce UNSC rule.
I'm not apologizing.
Yes, you are.
At least I believe in something.
I do believe in something.
Yeah, so do I.
Like what?
Just not in stupid orders that lead to needless violence.
Negotiating isn't an option anymore, Tom.
So we're brainwashing kids and then sending them in to exterminate a bunch of overtaxed farmers.
Now, this is pretty spectacular if you think about other really popular sci-fi storylines, like, say, Star Wars.
From here, you will witness the final destruction of the Alliance and the end of your insignificant rebellion.
Or Firefly.
The Central Planets formed the Alliance. Ruled by an interplanetary parliament, the Alliance was a beacon of civilization. The savage outer planets were not so enlightened and refused Alliance control. The war was devastating. But the Alliance's victory over the Independents ensured a safer universe. And now, everyone can enjoy the comfort and enlightenment of true civilization. So with so many social and medical advancements we can bring to the Independents, why would they fight so hard against us?
We meddle.
River?
People don't like to be meddled with. We tell them what to do, what to think. Don't run, don't walk. We're in their homes and in their heads, and we haven't the right. We're meddlesome.
River. We're not telling people what to think. We're just trying to show them how.
She's dreaming.
Essentially, the UNSC is the Empire. The UNSC is the Alliance. And Master Chief is their #1 enforcer. According to Halo 4, Master Chief is essentially Darth Vader.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Or the Operative from Serenity.
We're making a better world. All of them. Better worlds.
It's sort of a very dark picture. It's certainly not the same sort of message from the first 3 Halos, where basically Master Chief is all good. He's saves the universe from destruction. And he's still doing that now, but essentially his background is that he helped to further a huge tyrannical government. Given that Master Chief is the best fighter that the UNSC has, and the UNSC is essentially a fascist, one-world government organization that is fighting off the rebellious underdogs, I would say that Master Chief has a lot more in common with, say, Otto Skorzeny, the Nazi.
On April 20th, 1943, Skorzeny was promoted to captain and became the head of Germany's special forces.
Than he does with someone like Audie Murphy, the American hero from World War II. So you see, this is all very troubling. It's not good. I have no idea why they chose to go in this direction, but it's kind of scary. Essentially, you're behind the gun of a Nazi. You are a Nazi in the game. The main character is a Nazi. Master Chief and the other Spartans were created to fight and oppress human beings. You're the big dominant empire fighting the small rebellious freedom fighters. There's even a part in Halo 4 at the beginning where essentially the Spartans are described as antisocial psychopaths.
My work saved the human race.
Do you think the Spartans' lack of basic humanity helped? Records show Spartans routinely exhibited mildly sociopathic tendencies, difficulty with socialization, and
The
verbalization.
records show efficient behavior operating in hazardous situations. I supplied the tools to maintain that efficiency.
Do you believe the Master Chief succeeded because he was, at his core, broken?
Who were kidnapped as children and raised to be super soldiers through genetic alterations and mind control.
You kidnapped them.
Children's minds are more easily accepting of indoctrination. Their bodies more adaptable to augmentation. The result was the ultimate soldier. And because of our success, when the Covenant invaded, we were ready.
Dr. Halsey, you're bending history for your own favor, and you know it.
Now, even though the Spartans and Master Chief were originally intended to oppress humanity, the Covenant comes along and essentially you end up fighting the alien race and the alien zombie flood creatures and saving the universe. Maybe it's more fair to compare Master Chief and the Spartans and the UNSC to World War II Soviet Union. The Soviet Union was an evil and awful empire that murdered tens of thousands at least, and they were bent on world domination, but then the Nazis invaded them, and essentially they ended up fighting on sort of the good side of things. And so maybe Master Chief is more along the lines of a commissar. Maybe he's more like Vasily Zaitsev.
No Soviet sniper was more feared than Vasily Zaitsev.
Than Otto Skorzeny or the Operative or Darth Vader. Either way, he's not exactly a great guy. I mean, isn't this all a little bit creepy? It's a little bit crazy. I don't like it. Basically, Halo 4 takes an all-good superhuman superhero, to say the least, a guy who saves the universe from aliens and turns him into space Nazi. I think we should all be a little bit uncomfortable about that. But Halo 4 doesn't complete the storyline that they set up in Halo 4. So we're just going to have to sort of see where they take this, see what happens to the good doctor that kidnapped children and turned them into space Nazis, because there's no final answer in that installment. So I guess we'll just have to see how far they take this space Nazi storyline. But as for me, I'm creeped out. I didn't like it, and I think that it's rather bizarre. Anyway, that's it for this episode of Deep Thoughts. I'll have another one of these again when I have more deep thoughts, which is not very often. So thank you, goodbye.
Your mistake is seeing Spartans as military hardware. My Spartans are humanity's next step. Our destiny as a species. Do not underestimate them. But most of all, do not underestimate him.
If you haven't seen the latest episode of Games and Guns, make sure you check it out right now by clicking right here. Thank you, and bye.